This is a Sony 35mm wide-angle prime lens. And in this video, we will compare it with 20-40mm wide-angle zoom lens from Tamron. Tamron has an f2.8 max aperture, whereas Sony has an f1.8. Tamron has a focal range of 20-40mm and a 2x zoom ratio. And Sony is a prime lens with a fixed focal length of 35mm. These Tamron and the Sony lenses are compatible with Sony E-mount camera bodies. The weight of the Tamron lens is 280 grams. Sony is about 35 grams lighter. Sony prime lens is also much more compact in size, making it a travel-friendly lens. Sony has a fixed focal length of 35mm. Tamron gives you 15mm wider coverage than Sony. With 1.8 max aperture, Sony has a wider aperture at the telephoto end, whereas Tamron has 5mm more telephoto coverage. The filter size for Tamron is 67mm. Sony has a 49mm filter size. Tamron has a minimum focus distance of 0.17 meters, whereas Sony has a minimum focus distance of 0.22 meters. Tamron can focus closer to the subject. Let's try these lenses now. We will use a Sony A7 camera for the Tamron lens. And here is another Sony camera for the prime lens. There you go. They both are weather sealed and safer to use under rain and dust. They both also have an internal focusing feature, which means the length of the lens doesn't change while focusing. Overall, both lenses are an excellent choice for street photography. They work great for landscape as well. They both are highly recommended.